Welcome to the Better Memoir Writing Masterclass channel. For those of you who do not know me, I am Denis Ledoux. I'm the author of the classic granddaddy of memoir writing books, Turning Memories into Memoirs, and I am founder of the Memoir Network. In today's video, we look at the right way to do cause and effect sequencing. As a writer, you will want to implement the tips in this video to bring your manuscript to a higher level of finish before sending the piece off to a professional editor for review. This will save you time and money. In this video, I am asking you to examine your use of time, specifically time sequencing of cause and effect. The cause and effect sequence is a subcategory of proper chronology. I have spoken about proper chronology in another video. Before I get to the cause and effect sequence, which is an absolutely necessary styling element to understand and implement, I need to review an overriding element of memoir writing, as in fiction. That is the suspension of disbelief. If you miss suspension of disbelief, you've lost your reader. Suspension of disbelief is a literary term, but not to worry. It's an easy technique for you to understand. Suspension of disbelief occurs when a reader stops thinking, this is not real, or thinks, this is only a story, and your reader enters the world of your story. If, as I am reading your memoir, I keep telling myself that the narrative is not true, that the action of the story is not really happening right there on the page, then I have not suspended my disbelief. I am outside the world of your story. This is not at all what you want to see happen. Conversely, if I read your memoir and I lose track of time, of the present, I can be said to have suspended my disbelief. I am allowing myself to be in a state of mind that says, this is a story that is happening right now, right before my eyes. When this is the case, I have entered into the story, and this is what you want for every reader of your memoir. I'm sure you have had the experience of reading and in the process completely losing awareness of where you are, of the time and of the passing by of that time. This has happened to all of us and is clearly a suspension of disbelief at its best. As a writer, you are always striving to promote and maintain the suspension of disbelief in your reader. Instead of continuing immersion in the here and the now, in the world outside the story, you want your reader to delve into the story present and to feel totally immersed in that story present. Without suspension of disbelief, it is perhaps impossible to enjoy a story and certainly impossible to enter into its universe. Concurrent with the reader's responsibility to be willing to suspend disbelief, there is of course a responsibility on the author's part not to write anything to cause readers to be unable to suspend disbelief. Here's what I believe is a main, but not the only, contributor to creating disbelief in the reader. A big culprit in the suspension of disbelief arena is the improper sequencing of cause and effect. That is the subject of this video. Improper sequencing makes the suspension of disbelief impossible. Now here's an example. If you write, they were homeless, you call forth all sorts of images in the mind of the reader, but these images may or may not be accurate to the story. The scene you create has to inform the reader about how and why the people are homeless. There are many causes you could present that would support the effect, which is homelessness. Was the cause of this homelessness due to a loss of employment, a hike in the rent of their apartment so that they could no longer afford to live there, to profligacy on their part, to wasteful spending, to ill luck, or to systemic or institutional problems. We just simply don't know without a scene, without the explanation of a cause. Now let's complicate things by writing, these homeless people are inside a house having supper. Now if you write this, you are not likely to get the reader to believe you. The reader is not likely to suspend disbelief. If these people are homeless, why are they inside a house eating supper? Being inside is an effect and not a cause. You must provide a cause for their being inside eating supper in your story. What you have not done is created a cause and effect sequence that supports your story and leads the reader to believe what you are telling, what you are writing. Prior to the supper scene, you have to write in the cause of what is happening, about why these people were homeless. Additionally, you have to provide a cause for the homeless people to be inside having supper. At best, you would depict this in scenes. If you write, the homeless people were now at the house of the father's brother having supper, and were homeless because of their house having burnt down, your reader now knows the reason that these characters in the memoir were homeless, and you now also know why the effect, having supper, makes perfect sense. However, the reader will only know after she or he reads at the end of the sentence, because their house has burned down. Now here's a little tip. In that wait, you have created a momentary challenge to the suspension of disbelief in the reader. Rather than stay with the characters, the reader's mind may begin to wander, even if only briefly, and come up with reasons why these people might be homeless. How much more easy on the reader and better for the flow of the memoir is to write in a cause and effect sequence, putting the cause first, the effect next. Because their house burned down, they were homeless. This respects the chronology of the events and is a proper sequencing of cause and effect. In your writing, it is almost always more effective to write the cause first, often in a subordinate clause or in an early sentence or paragraph of its own, and the effect next, often in the main clause or in a subsequent sentence or paragraph of its own. I hope this has been helpful to you in your writing. If you would like to explore receiving help with your memoir on any aspect of memoir writing, know that we offer a 30-minute complimentary get-to-know-you coaching consultation. Oh, and before you go, here's a bonus, a link to our video, The Correct Use of Time in Your Memoir. The correct use of time is an important contributor to the suspension of disbelief. And remember, inch by inch, it's a cinch. Yard by yard, it's hard. Good luck writing your stories. The videos that we post on the Better Memoir Writing Masterclass channel are just one of the many ways we can help people write better memoir. I'd like to take just a few moments to share more of what the Memoir Network can offer you by way of partnering with you to write and publish your memoir. Our free membership program, My Memoir Education, offers you access to e-courses, e-books, videos, and more. We have had thousands of people benefit from the free My Memoir Education to write their memoirs, and we hope you will become a member too. Our blog contains over 500 in-depth posts on different aspects of memoir writing, and it too is free. Come on over and pick and choose what you need. While free content can be very helpful, there comes a time when you need more focus and more mentoring than you can get from free. We offer coaching, editing, whether copy editing, content editing, or developmental editing, ghostwriting, and book production. Our website features many of our clients' book covers and testimonials. Come and check us out. We also have a number of programs you can purchase. The Memorable Story is a 10-module home study program on every aspect of memoir writing. It provides university-level mentoring. The Inspired Memoir Writer is a group coaching program. You meet with fellow writers over a period of 10 sessions. We also offer Jumpstart Memoir Professional Packages, which are designed for people who would like to help others write their memoir. If you're interested in knowing more, please feel free to call us or email us at info@thememoirnetwork.com. Thanks, and keep writing.